What's going on, guys? Today we're gonna do a little playthrough on Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich. Well, you guys are familiar with this mod by now. I was thinking today, who do we want to play as? Play some Ottoman Empire. Try and cure the sick man of Europe. Sounds like a plan. So this should be part 1 of a series. Unless it just ends up being one video if it doesn't get much love from the few people who follow my channel and, you know, actually watch my videos. So, obvious, welcome to Kaiserreich stuff. You know, a lot of you guys have seen this stuff before, so I probably won't read through a lot of these opening ones, but the actual important things I probably will. So, first thing first, let's group up a lot of my military and get them in position where I feel like they should be. So we'll have them on that front. Commando Desert Fox. I'm just going to assign random generals for now. Not really going to worry about a lot of this. Standard research stuff. Let's start off with basic engineering and industrial. So basic machine tools, construction 1. You guys obviously know standard. Free civilian. We obviously want to pump out as many of those as possible, you know, before we start switching over to military. Good on that. Make that one. Take one away from that, focus on that. Ottoman Theater 1. Alright, we'll set them all to go there. National focus. Economic initiatives. Would rather start on that than everything else. Low manpower. And then we don't really have a whole lot of civilian factories, so... Oh, it's right here, the Sublime State. Once the Great Empire is in existence, spanning 3 continents and ruling over millions of people, the Ottoman Empire had declined by the late 19th century, to the point of being known as the sick man of Europe. An inability to industrialize, the non-existence of an educated middle class, and a chronic lack of funds meant that the Ottoman state had dropped back well behind the European powers by 1876, when, probably gonna butcher this, but Abdulhamid II took the throne. At the time, the Ottoman army was still reeling from the shock of the Russo-Turkish War of 1877. The Ottoman treasury had just declared bankruptcy, and several interest groups were scheming to obtain political control of the empire. These weaknesses led the empire to seek closer cooperation with European powers. Prussian military success against France led the empire to form military and economic ties with the Germans, culminating in the construction of the Berlin-Baghdad Railway in 1888. During the reign, Abdulhamid II launched massive education programs and made desperate diplomatic maneuvers to keep his empire intact, while at the same time he engaged in systematic reparations of opposition groups in an effort to maintain his absolute rule. Despite these efforts, a revolt of the Young Turks in 1908, the subsequent dethronement of Abdülhamid II in 1909, and a bloody coup in 1913 meant that in the days leading up to the Weltkrieg, the Ottoman Empire was ruled by a triumvirate of three pashas, Enver, Talat, and Kemal. In 1914, as the Weltkrieg began in Europe, the Young Turk government signed a secret treaty with the Germans and soon after joined the war against the Entente powers. God saved the empire. And status quo antebellum. I'll leave that on screen for a second. I'll let you guys read that. And Calm Before the Storm. Assassination of President Kursky. How barbaric. Let's focus 100% on resupplying everybody up front. Infantry equipment is lacking the most, so obviously we're gonna steal some factories from there and throw them there. Considering we can barely afford to, do anything. Not that they were ever going to be able to accomplish any of these. 10th anniversary of Suleiman's crowning. It's been 10 Hijri years since the coleus crowning of the current Sultan Abdülhamid II, and it's being celebrated throughout the country. Celebrate! Well, we have enough to change something. Head of Military Intelligence. Daily political power and encryption, supply consumption decryption, daily political power, research speed could be nice. Daily political power and encryption, I think, is our best bet. And then Ottoman Public Debt Administration. Founded in 1881, the Ottoman Public Debt Administration, OPDA, was a European-controlled organization that monitored and collected debt owed by the Ottoman state to European creditors. In the private and public sectors, most of the debt had been owed to French and British government as well as private institutions and had, as a consequence, been unilaterally defaulted by the Ottoman government. Been unilaterally defaulted by the Ottoman government when revolution swept away the regime in London and Paris. However, the OPDA is still in existence and is now fully controlled by German and Austrian administrators, mainly concerned with regaining the capital loan to Constantine during the Weltkrieg with friends like these. So we're probably just going to keep going deeper and deeper into the hole. Can't really get much steel from them because they want to be kind of a-holes about it all. However, shall I do this? We'll just disband those two air wings for now. And let's try and group up our navy. Actually, should base most of them here in the Mediterranean in case, you know, God forsaken, we lose control of the canal right there. I shall group all those up. Go there. Oh my Jesus. Superior tactician. Sounds good. Alrighty, so we've done that. We need civilians kind of rapidly. Seawolf. Perfect. And we can base them up here because they can get in and out of the canal. Death of Pius the 11th. How tragic. Seems like the Egyptians are building up some troops on my border. It's kind of worrying. Electromechanical engineering. Let's get radio for that reinforce rate. The Papal Conclave. So St. Peter will eventually have a new pope. And Tibet is joining the Great Khanate. Darn it, I can't do that. How's my... No, I definitely want construction. We're damn near at an all-time low on producing anything, or constructing anything, I should say. So, goals for this playthrough, if it lasts that long, should be to control most of the Middle East. So, conquering Persia, hopefully at some point, clearing up, you know, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman. Gaining back control of Egypt would be nice. Tripolitania is our puppet. So if we really need to, we can take their 3 divisions away from them, but don't know how much good that's going to do us. We have the ability to become a great power, so we're going to go for dispersed, since we have a lot of room for building slots. Oswald Mosley elected chairman. Agricultural investments is done. I think it might be time to switch over to matters of the state. Ottoman Empire could be nice. We need to get rid of the OPDA. Where do we get rid of the OPDA at? Oh. Right here under Foreign Affairs. Which... the Ottoman Caliphate, reassert rule over Yemen. I think we need to definitely build up ourselves first. And we kind of can't do that without getting rid of the OPDA. So, we're going to start on Foreign Affairs. Even if our hands are bound by the troubles at home, we still have a few cards to play in the international arena. Term sick man of Europe is completely and utterly right. I'm honestly more concerned out Bulgaria here and Egypt. Even though I might end up getting bum rushed by everybody. Oh, Yemen is our puppet? Foreign Affairs. So, the OPDA negotiations. When the Ottoman treasury ran dry in 1881, we weren't allowed to default on our debts. Instead, the European great powers decided they would collect taxes on our behalf to extract their payments. This dire state of affairs has gone on for too long. Well, let's see how that goes. That would massively help our industry side of things, because 30% of our consumer good factory is right there. It's kind of ridiculous. Radio's done, so we'll start on mechanical computing. Dispersed industry is done. So too far ahead of time. Start working on support weapons then, and computing is going. Let's get better fighters out in the air. The quicker we can do that, I think the mightier we will be-ish. So we'll send those there. Still slowly pumping out. Try and build up a decent sized fleet, not completely get destroyed in the Mediterranean. Indochina declares independence. Congratulations. Don't end up like me. If that's any indication of what you don't want to be like. It is me. Play it safe, play it smart. Prince Omir Farouk's wife is dead. Today our beloved crown prince's wife died after a long sickness. Well, these are terrible things to have happen. Political actions. Oh. We actually have OPDA payments too. Well, that is completed. I think we have to wait for a string of events to start happening. Or decisions, which aren't open yet. So we need them to be at war. Of course Germany controls the Suez. Nash and Jamal Shamir is at war with each other? We can send 2 divisions.
Evet. Anlaşıldı.
Now we wait. Just grind a little bit of experience out, you know. Ooh. I'd rather have one foe to deal with right here than, you know, two, preferably. And they have arrived. And it appears at the right time.
Evet. İntikal ediyoruz. Haydi.
Come on. Gotta love grinding out in somebody else's country. Oh, no, this is terrible. Sultan Ahmed Fouad dies. The Sultan of Egypt, Ahmed Fouad, Sultan of Egypt and Sudan since 1925, has passed away today. Imposed by the British and oversaw the Egyptian Revolution of 1925. He died in Cairo today at 65. 16-year-old son Farouk now ascends to the throne as Sultan of Egypt and Sudan. We have nothing to fear from a teenager? Never. You know, why would we ever have anything to fear of a teenager? You know, what have teenagers ever done wrong?
Anlaşıldı. İntikal vakti.
Outdated equipment being produced. We'll throw fighter ones in there. Let's get some close air support started, hopefully.
İntikal ediyoruz. Haydi. Sıhhiyeci lazım. İntikal vakti. Buradan gidiyoruz.
Getting valuable army experience, though. That's the one good thing I can say about this right now.
İntikal ediyoruz. Haydi. İntikal vakti. Buradan gidiyoruz. İntikal vakti. İntikal vakti. İntikal vakti. İntikal ediyoruz. Haydi. Sıhhiyeci lazım. İntikal ediyoruz. Haydi. Anlaşıldı. Buradan gidiyoruz.
Let's go, boys. Come on. Their capital is right there. Just... Oh. Expand railroads. Oh. Oh.
Acilen takviyeye ihtiyacım var.
I think we're fighting a losing battle here, boys. Unless we can somehow, some way get some sort of help. But I don't know how good these people are. We're already on limited conscription. That's kind of terrifying. We need to go to early mobilization to try and get as many factories available as soon as possible. Improve machine tools. Our divisions are weak. This is
Buradan gidiyoruz.
crappy. Come on, boys. The Cairo Conference. The Egyptians have held a conference in Cairo that drew delegations from across the Middle East to a conference about destroying the Sublime Porte. We must prepare, for they shall try to destroy the greatness of the house of Ottoman, and that is something we cannot allow.
Sıhhiyeci lazım. Buradayım. Yardıma ihtiyacım var. Buradayım. Yardıma ihtiyacım var. Anlaşıldı.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Not like that. Not like that, boys. And there goes the Second American Civil War. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Their capitals.
İntikal vakti.
Just hold them in place. That's all you need to do. Sacrifice countless men for no freaking reason and just let me end this now. Oh, god damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Are they gonna beat me there? No. Thank you, Lord baby Jesus.
Tamamdır. Evet.
Go. Let's focus on upgrades. Has completed expand the steel industry. So I guess we cannot do that.
Tamamdır. Evet.
Let's make sure everybody is in their positions.
Anlaşıldı. Tamamdır.
Go.
Evet.
Does.
Anlaşıldı.
Sorry. Just little itty bitty brain fart. We won't talk about it though. Foundation of the Belgrade Pact. Is this going to end in my demise? That is more than likely. I have too many threats on too many fronts, and I do not like this. If I'm being honest. So, let's look at division templates. So actually, these weaker divisions are stronger because they have artillery, and they probably take a lot less infantry equipment. They definitely do. But let's try and work on 12 more divisions. Grades are lowest priority, reinforcements are high, those are medium. So this looks like a good time to end it. Already gone for about 30 minutes here. And I'll definitely be back with probably another episode, depending on how you guys react to this. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and have a great night.